Hello, welcome to the Citrus Garden. If you're new here, my name is Christina. If you're not new here, hi, welcome back. It's great to see you. This is a reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or if you have any other significant Pisces placements, there may be a message in here for you. So Pisces, I'm getting a very interesting message for you. It's kind of coming through with a bit of like a metaphor. It's kind of a strange metaphor. I don't know. I've been getting like very interesting stories for Pisces readings recently. But anyways, so the metaphor is coming from an like a part of Harry Potter, as sometimes it does when they're kind of strange and out there. This is from the third book in Harry Potter. The Prisoner of Azkaban. So I feel like there's someone in your life who's being represented as sort of this prisoner energy, but they're coming through as being like someone who's been like wrongly accused or something like that, or that they're in a situation where it's like bad luck or like, I don't know, something unfortunate happened to them that was not within their control, that like, something like that. There may be a Gemini influence in this reading for you. So I'll link a Gemini reading that I feel like is relevant because it had some sort of energy like that. But anyways, so it kind of feels like it's like something happened to them where it's like it was like an unfortunate and I don't know, maybe even accident. Well, no, it doesn't feel like an accident. Maybe it feels kind of like they were like framed for something, or they're wrongly accused of something, of doing something, and it's put them in this sort of like prison, metaphorically, feels like, where they're kind of stuck somewhere. And I feel like for you, Pisces, it's like you have the opportunity to help this person. So just as a caveat, like just being conscious of, because this is a general reading, right? Every person's situation is going to be different. So use your discernment. Being conscious of whether or not this person is someone who will like, because I feel like maybe some of you might be, this is just one message that's coming through. Some of you may be dealing with a person who has been in a victim mentality for a very long time. So be sure that you're not enabling that kind of energy where it's like it enables, like the kind of help that you give this person enables a victim mentality, or like reinforces negative energy like that, where it's like they're always blaming other people for their misfortune or like that kind of thing. So just being conscious that that's the type of assistance you give is one that is empowering and not enabling. So just being conscious of the difference there. I feel like for most of you though, the person that you're dealing with, whoever this is, who is, I feel like is in need of assistance from you or from whatever. They're just in need of assistance in whatever way. I don't think that for most of you it's that situation, but just being conscious, because it is a general reading. Every person's situation is going to be different. I feel like for most of you, this is a situation where it's like if you give this you would know that if you give this person the assistance that they need, that they would be empowered and that they would learn from it and grow from it, and that they would thrive rather than repeat a cycle of being a victim or enabling, a disempowered sort of state. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. Okay, but anyways, back to that Harry Potter metaphor, because I feel like there's something here where, because the example that was coming through was like in Harry Potter at the end of the third book, where like Sirius Black is like captured, right? He's been caught and is going to be receiving like the kiss of death. And Buckbeak, who's like a griffin? No. I can't remember what the animal is called, but it's a mythical creature. He's half eagle, half lion. And he's also going to be executed because he harmed a student or whatever. But both are innocent in a certain sense, right? Like, so there's something here about like a wrongful kind of it feels kind of like an injustice of some sort, but the injustice is coming from like a bigger energy that, like, if you were to go against this energy, Pisces, it would perhaps put you in a position where your energy's compromised or that kind of thing. It feels like your assistance could potentially come at a cost to you. So just being conscious of that's why this energy feels a bit complicated and tricky, and that's why I'm taking a bit more time in explaining it, is that there could be consequences for you if you do this. So just being aware of that. It's totally up to you how you choose to engage with this, but it's almost kind of coming through with like, perhaps you have a guide or a mentor or something, because it was coming through very specifically with this example where like Dumbledore, the mentor, is giving Harry like a little wink saying like, you know, I'm not condoning this, but you do what you think is right. It's tricky. So just being conscious of that, Pisces. Okay. Let's pull some cards for you, Pisces. What is your energy today? Oh, okay. That one almost flipped out, but not quite. The Mentor. Okay. The Mentor, which is interesting because I feel like there's something like a guide or something like that, like a mentor, someone that you're listening to or that you're learning from or is guiding you in some way. It doesn't have to be physical. It could be like a spiritual mentor or like a spirit guide or something like that, where it's kind of like they're giving you a little wink and a nod, Pisces, to assist someone, but maybe requires going against, I don't know, general tarot reading, right? Just use your discernment. But I feel like there is some sort of mentor here for you. Let's see what this one says. Second. It is said that cosmic knowledge pours down on the world like a great illuminated waterfall. This can be an overwhelming force. The true teacher, though, is said to be able to hold this flow of wisdom at bay, while the student sips from a focused stream. The mentor archetype has a gift for reading the room, for sensing the exact ingredient that would stimulate growth within the student, whether pleasant or painful. The mentor may appear aloof or available, harsh or tender, humorous or rigid. Their gift is to know what serves the soul. Ultimately, the mentor is in service of the greater cosmic good and aids in the elevation of consciousness. Anytime the mentor forgets this humble link and mistakes themselves for the source of enlightenment, the archetype falls into shadow. Okay. Interesting. Maybe you're the mentor, Pisces. Perhaps that's you. I really like this description of the mentor because it's talking about like the mentor is the link between consciousness and knowledge to another, right? Like it's this energy of because it's like holding back the river and giving just like what is needed, right? That's kind of how it's coming through. So maybe you're in that role, or maybe there's something like that coming in for you as well. There's a bit of both here, Pisces, where it's like, I feel like you have a mentor who's sort of like maybe withdrawing a little bit in order to give you sort of freedom to explore something. Like it could be something like that, like explore some new level of consciousness that's going to like stimulate growth. Perhaps it has something to do with like trusting in your discernment or something like that, or like your energy or whatever. It's going to stimulate growth, but I feel like there's also something like maybe you are also doing that for another, where maybe you're in this position of perhaps withdrawing a little bit of your energy in order to give someone else a bit more space to grow, that kind of thing. But the mentor energy it feels very positive in this case. The wingspan of this eagle is so large. Or sorry, not an eagle, owl. It's an owl, not an eagle. Okay. Pisces. Okay, I think we have to switch decks. The mentor. Perhaps there's a mentor that you really respect, Pisces, but maybe they're not really always forthcoming, which is really interesting. You have Tate and the Sylph coming out. This is another Gemini energy for me. So I feel like maybe there's a Gemini connection for you, Pisces. This card talks about brainstorming, being flexible, having like a lot of ideas to do something. Okay. Acute intellect, quickness, mental synthesis, and discernment. Yeah, the discernment is really coming in through very strongly for you. She's an awakener, one who startles us into seeing and thinking in new and exciting ways. She loves to sit in on teenage and college age discussions about the profound questions of life. She is full of bright ideas and willing to discuss them at length. She is not too bothered about whether the discussions make much sense or not. Idea with wings are her joy, and mental stimulation is her game. Tayton has inertialess flight. Like thought, she is not bound by the rules of mass and momentum, therefore she can radically change direction without notice, more quickly than a hummingbird. What we see here is mental quickness, adaptability, and enthusiasm. Ideas and opinions abound. A few are brilliant, but others vary from mediocre to downright silly. Be selective. Mental and psychic abilities may be awakening. Independent thinking is in operation. New ideas and new versions of old ideas are creating an exciting, effervescent atmosphere. Avoid excess and extremes. Minds may change often as new ideas and new ways of seeing bubble to the surface. Out of conflict and confusion, resolved by goodwill and clear thinking, a new and better understanding may come. Okay, Pisces. So it feels kind of like you're in an environment where there's a lot of potential for like new ideas to come in. But it's all in the mind space. I feel like there's something here about the mentor, like maybe you're meaning sort of a mentor who's like stimulating new ideas or like inspiring you to create something, but it feels kind of like they're giving you space to grow or to hone your discernment. It's really how it's coming through today, because there's something here about like some ideas are good, some are not. So you need to use your discernment. Discussion for the sake of discussion is just what's coming through here. Interesting. Pisces. I get one more card. What is this? What is this new idea or new ideas about? Perhaps you're just interested in learning some new things. Tabira of the Waters. You a spirit dancer at the bottom of the deck. Very interesting. Okay. I feel like we're switching gears here because it almost feels like that downloaded message at the beginning is kind of just like we're moving on from that is how it's coming through, because Titan of the Sylph is very fluid and can change directions really quickly. It's like I feel like you're changing directions or something else is sort of catching your eye and forcing you, or not forcing, but like something's catching your eye and getting you to stop and consider something is how it's coming through. Okay, emotion, serenity, meditation, and gracefully accepting change. Okay, so water is mutable, changeable fluid, and Tabira speaks to us of a particular kind of change, a change of emotions, and possibly a change in health. We have important choices to make about how we meet these changes and where we let them take us towards the calm, flowing purity of the fairy waters or the boiling cauldron of hot temper and steamy emotions. The choice is obvious, but we sometimes forget that we have it. Tabira reminds us that we do have a choice, and making it wisely or unwisely determines our future. The things we need in life remain constant no matter what is going on or how hectic the changes and pressures in our life may be. We need nurturing and love, and it is ultimately up to us to provide that for ourselves. The healing fairies will help us if we ask them to. Okay. Because you have here, both of these talk about change, which is interesting. You have air represented and water. And it's almost like this mentor is sort of like holding both under the wing, which is really interesting, because it could be, it's almost like maybe I don't know, Pisces, which one you are, because it's almost like you're the water, right? Maybe there's a Gemini energy that you're connected with. Perhaps there's been some sort of like disagreement or something like that, because the Tabira of the Waters is this energy of healing, some sort of emotional energy, right? Like she's a fairy that purifies the emotional waters, but it could be an energy where it's like you have a choice to make this a peaceful, calm, soothing encounter or boiling hot water, right? And it's a choice. It is a choice. You can choose the calm and soothing option over the boiling, angry, hot-tempered kind of energy. So this mentor is almost feeling like a mediator of some sort. Is helping to like mediate a certain situation. I feel like maybe there's some sort of like new idea or like potentially a solution with the Tate and the Sylph, like okay. A lot of wings. All of these fairies have wings. Okay, it's way too many cards that came out, but I'm going to put them away. Because you have the Spirit Dancer. This is at the bottom, and underneath that, Singer of Healing. But all of these fairies have wings. And then, of course, the Mentor has wings as well. It kind of feels like there's some sort of elevation of a situation. Like bringing it out of the murky mire kind of energy and sort of elevating it. Especially with the eagle that I made a slip about. Like there's something there about like finding a solution to something. Air and water are really highly coming through for you as elements. So it feels like there's a lot of communication and emotional communication that's significant and important. Which is really interesting. A lot of emotional communication, which is necessary. It's feeling very strongly like a mediator between two energies, Pisces. Perhaps you and a Gemini. It doesn't have to be this, just the energy that's coming through. But Gemini is one of like communication and because they're ruled by Mercury. And Pisces, which is really interesting. I feel like there is a strong Saturn energy coming through for this as well, because Saturn right now is in Pisces. It's almost like because Saturn is coming through today as I almost said representation, which is not at all what I was thinking. Lessons. Representation. I don't know what this is. I have no idea what that is. I feel like somebody has been misunderstood in a certain situation. Somebody's been like misunderstood, or like maybe has maybe their strength is not communication. Maybe that's not their strength, and it's almost like they have like representation, like a lawyer or an advocate, or like someone who's going to speak on their behalf in order to express something. That's how it's coming through today. I don't know if that's you or someone else, Pisces. It almost feels like this mentor is facilitating a conversation between two people who don't speak the same language. That's how it's feeling. Like, or two people who don't have the same communication, I don't know, styles or something like that. Like, it's almost coming through like that, like a mediator or representation or advocate of some sort. The cards are just flying. Okay, I'm not going to take these because they didn't flip out right or upright, face up. So, okay, Pisces. There we go. Okay, blood. It indicates a remembrance of the vital mammalian nature of our existence. The alchemist uses the physical body as the starting point, building a relationship to the container that houses the spirit. The word pulse is coming through. Like it's like reading a pulse, right? Like it's kind of coming through like that. But again, with that sort of energy with the Tobiah of the waters, be conscious of like, if you're feeling like worked up by something, the potential for your blood to start boiling, like that kind of thing. It feels like that might be a situation from the past or something like that. It feels very strongly like some sort of conflict resolution is happening for you, Pisces. Because it's almost like this conflict may need a mediator. Because there may have been energies from the past with this blood energy where it's like it could have been heated, there could have been pain, but it's also coming through a bit with like Mars energy, like conflict or like bloodlust or like that kind of very passionate, potentially heated kind of exchanges. So I do feel like that's cooling a little bit, but I feel like there's something here. Like blood and water, right? Blood is thicker than water. Okay, what else for Pisces? Silver. Okay. That's a card about having to polish your mirror, putting the work in, putting the elbow grease in order to like clear something up is how it's coming through, to polish something. It is also the element of the moon. Can I get one more? Mercury. The Mercury energy. Mercury is in Aquarius right now, which is there's a lot of air energy that's coming through for you. But a lot of communication, right? I feel like this is communication that you have to work on, is how it's coming through with the silver. Like perhaps things that are like difficult to say, or maybe discussions or topics that are uncomfortable in some way. But I feel like Titan the Sylph is here because it's kind of like it's kind of feeling like brainstorming. When you're like brainstorming new ideas, don't make any judgments about what's like being said or what you're thinking of, or like it's kind of just like get it all out there. And then from there, you can like whittle down the list or like select the good ideas or something like that. That's how it's feeling. It's almost just like letting something flow freely in terms of like your mind or like your thoughts or your emotions that's coming through here. It's like, but there's something here of like, I don't know, maybe there's something about writing or words that's significant. Like for example, if you're like writing something, like as an example, if you're writing a novel, for example, like, or a book or whatever, it doesn't have to be that extreme. It's just an example. Sometimes like writers can get caught up in like choosing exactly the right word, or like wanting to get something perfect on the right try. And that's so rare that happens, where it's almost impossible, like where the best thing to do is actually just to like write something, even if it's totally horrible. And then afterwards go back and edit it, right? That's the energy of discernment that's coming through here with the Titan of the Sylph. Titan the Sylph, which is coming through like that. Like the silver energy is coming through as being like going back and editing something to make it better, perhaps. So there's something like that coming through for you, where it's like, I don't know, because it feels very strongly, Pisces, like there's other energies in your reading today. It's not just you. It feels like there's something here where you're being encouraged to sort of like brainstorm, just get something out into the open, whatever it is, like just without judgment, without fear of whatever. being judged or the self-consciousness, just say it. And then you can go back and edit and use your discernment to like select the good ideas of something. I have no idea what this is relating to. For you, it doesn't feel like a creative project, though. That's the thing. It almost feels like a discussion or a conversation with another person, which can be, because I feel like that's what this mentor here is talking about, like a mediator. You have to sort of get everything out in the open and then work on whatever comes up. I don't know. This feels almost like couples therapy or something like that, but it could be just like with another friend or something. I don't know. Summer at the bottom of the deck, which is interesting. I feel like this is like a discussion between you and another that is mediated by somebody who is neutral in the situation. There could be something of like family ties that are potentially a topic of discussion, like with the blood that's coming through as like family or like root chakra related kind of energy, like belonging, comfort, 10 of Pentacles kind of thing. Okay, Pisces. Upheaval. This came out in Scorpio's reading yesterday. Are you going through an upheaval, Pisces? There's some sort of change here. Another bird, which is interesting with the wings. So much communication is happening. A lot of change. It could also be a change of mind. Like someone's changing their mind about something. Or someone's getting sort of like a new perspective about something. And then you have the Ram and Dahlia. Determination. I feel like the upheaval is sort of like coming through as being a change in circumstances between you and another, whatever the situation is. It's coming through as a change in circumstances. Doesn't have to be a bad thing. I actually feel like this is a very positive upheaval where there's a change in circumstances about regarding or within a dynamic between you and another. That's happening through a mentor. Raccoon and Sycamore, the Curiosity card. Yeah, interesting. Because the Tate in this is coming through as this energy. The Raccoon and Tate in the Sylph is this energy of curiosity. Stay curious about something, which is interesting. Okay, you have Martin and Fish Glove, Mischief at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you're working together to find a solution to something that has been perhaps like it feels kind of like you're working together. Maybe there's a Gemini influence that's helping with that process. Because I feel like there's like a determination here to solve a particular problem or to help somebody out of a particular problem as well. There, with the mischief energy, okay. Because with that Harry Potter energy, again, the mischief card reminds me of like the map. What's it called? The Marauder's map. Where the password is like, in order to close the map is mischief managed, right? And to open the map is I solemnly swear I'm up to no good. There's something here about that, but it's like there's a little wink there, Pisces. Like it feels almost like it's clandestine, or it's like secretive, or that there's something a little bit like rebellious or like rule breaking about this energy that is like, but it's all in good fun is how it's coming through. It's not harming anybody. That's how it's feeling. It may actually be helping somebody is how it's coming through. Where like, it's very interesting, Pisces. Again, use your discernment here. Be very conscious of your energy. It feels like there's something here, like a fine line that's being walked, where it's like this mischievous energy is not harming anybody. It may actually be helping somebody. And so to use that energy with caution and discernment and good intentions, right? Like it's kind of coming through like that. The issue becomes if it is harming somebody, but I'm not seeing that here. I actually feel like there's almost something like Dumbledore, your mentor, is giving you a little wink and a nod to be like, you know, use it for good. That's how it's coming through. Use it for good, Pisces. Okay, I'm just going to pull 2 tarot cards. Okay, the Tower. That's so interesting. With the upheaval, I feel like there's something like, okay, somebody's going through an upheaval. This came through in Pisces or in Scorpio as well. I don't think this is you. That's why I'm saying that this is like somebody's going through a situation where perhaps they need assistance with something. And what can you do, Pisces? 10 of Wands. Or 10 of Swords, sorry. 10 of Swords. Okay. 10 of Swords. Page of Cups. What is this? I feel like you... The Fool coming out as well. I feel like there's a situation where it's like somebody's in a tower, 10 of Swords. Not good. Whatever it is that they're going through. It's kind of like Sirius Black about to receive the kiss of death. But perhaps they're wrongly accused. I don't know. And it's almost like you can, Pisces, there's something that you can do. Dumbledore's giving you like a little wink and a nod to be like, there's something you can do to help, but I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is for you, Pisces. 6 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. It's going to be successful, but I don't know. I feel like you do have a bit of luck on your side. And you have all the tools that you need as well, because but it feels like you and another, like you and like your group of friends or something are like almost like finding some sort of solution to help somebody, but it's kind of like you have to do it under the radar is how it's coming through. I have no idea. Pisces, it's such an interesting message. I'm just gonna close it off with an Animal Apothecary card. Evolve into your complexity. The octopus. I'm gonna get one card. I don't think that's yours. Somebody's going through a period of suffering is how that's coming through. Or they're trying to get out of a tough situation. Okay. Yeah, breakthrough. Breakthrough. This is a card about calming the lizard brain. That there's fear perhaps present here. Okay, maybe I will. Take a moment to analyze a current obstacle or moment of resistance you are dealing with. This obstacle is a golden nugget moment to challenge your perception. Examine the story in your mind's eye. Even being aware that you just got hijacked by lizard brain doesn't necessarily dispel all the worry running through your body. At this moment, you may have to just move forward while still feeling fear, but not believing fully in yourself, but the action of going forward is what will lead you to the critical breakthrough. Okay. I feel like there's a situation here where it's like there is fear, because I feel like there's something here of like somebody around you. I don't know who this is for you. Whether or not this is I don't know. It feels kind of like an acquaintance or like a friend of a friend, where it's like this person is going through a tower, 10 of swords, but you are kind of like untouched by it. And it's like there may even be a bit of fear about like if you get involved in this, it's going to negatively impact you. And I feel like that might be true. I'm not going to lie about that. It's up to you to use your discernment. There may be some sort of like you don't want to get directly involved in this, but there is something about your energy that's feeling curious about it, or like trying to think of solutions in order to help, but perhaps from like a distance, or in a way that's sort of like under the surface, or in a way where it's not going to be like where you're not going to get sort of caught up in something negative that you don't want to get caught up in, right? So just being conscious of that, Pisces. It's really interesting. Use your discernment. Okay. I'm going to leave it there. If this message resonated with you, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.